BreAunna tutorials, lives, reviews, yeah, all that. BreAunna, not the little one. Hey, what you mean? Big box braids on your top, yeah, add it up. Gang finna hit a milli, yeah, add it up. Penna, can you post a vid? I've been really booked and busy, but I got you, sis. Big subs, box braids, and they tug. Dropping gems, tell your friends, yeah, let's run it up. Big likes, drop a comment or we finna fight. Cause why wouldn't you like, comment, and subscribe to my videos? Like, that's weird. What is poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dopeaxxpana, and today I have a very special guest on my channel. Today I will be slaying PontiacMadeTeeTee's hair yet again, guys. Last time I did her hair, you guys were like, why didn't you record? Why didn't you record? So this time I actually made sure I got a video for you guys. So today I'm going to be doing the heart part knotless box braids for her. They were first done by my girl Mia on the hair, and so we're going to be recreating that look for her today. She was actually going on a trip to Hawaii and she wanted to try something different, and I seen her post that she needed a stylist, and I slid in her DMs because duh, why wouldn't I? Like, you know, slid in her DMs. And so yeah, I'm in here in LA. I actually did her and her mom's hair for their trip, which was really awesome. They are like the sweetest people ever. So yeah, I'm excited to get into this slay, y'all. Alright, so this style is a little tricky. I've actually done it maybe 2 times before, and it's one of those styles where if it's not executed properly, it's really not going to look good on everybody. So I'm going to give you guys some tips that I've learned just over the course of doing these. At one point, they were super popular, and I think people are still getting them, so I think that these tips will be a little bit helpful for you. I think the most important thing is to really tailor this style to your client's head. So you want to make sure you're pre-parting out like each row before you even start, and you also want to make sure that you're taking into account how many hearts you're putting and how you're laying them down, because this style can have your client looking like real bald headed, y'all. And that was one of TT's requests. She's like, I don't want the braids to be super skinny like the actual knotless braids, because like I said, it looks really baldish. So today I made sure that I made those knotless that I'm going to be feeding these hearts into really thick to give her a nice full look. Her hair is like spongy, but I wouldn't say it's super thick, and her head is not really big either. So I wanted to make sure that I actually gave her a really full look, you know, as if she didn't have the hearts in there. Also, one really big thing that I wanted to do differently than I did the first time I posted this look. The first time I posted this look on my channel, I actually did it on a mani, and somebody commented and was like, I don't see hearts, I just see a bunch of arrows. And I was like, you know what? Like, I could take constructive criticism. I'm like, looking at it, yeah, my hearts could have been a little more round. So I'm making sure that when I am parting out the arch for my heart, I'm kind of like making it almost like a half circle. You guys can kind of see me curving my comb a little bit. That will make it easier for you when you're doing your hearts for them to like actually curve around and have a curve versus looking like an arrow, y'all. So that's one thing that I really wanted to change when I was doing this style for the second time, and I think it turned out a lot better. So I'm super excited for you guys to see the way that this looks. So products that I'm using, because I know you guys are going to be asking, I'm using lock-in gel for my obviously for my product to braid with, and all of these products I'm going to actually be linking in the description section for you guys. Braiding hair, obviously I'm using the Dope collection because I don't use any other braiding hair unless my client wants a color that I don't have in stock. But I pretty much have all natural colors, so I am using the Dope collection braiding hair. And I told TT, I said, yeah baby, these got to be long, okay? So we're doing these, I think, a little bit past her butt. So I want to say 2 packs of my braiding hair to complete this look. Now the packs are $9 each, guys, but you're getting 3 nice full bundles. Typically I can do a full head of knotless with only 2 packs of hair, which is $18. That's really not that bad. So yeah, my comb, obviously I'm not straying away from my blue comb, y'all. I really cannot leave this blue comb behind. I get them from Sally's. They come in a pack of, I believe, like 10 or 12 combs, and it's actually a cutting comb, but I just love it so much. It makes my parts nice, crisp, neat, clean, all that. So I'm always going to use my comb. And then obviously edge control, I'm going with the heavy hitter, the Dope collection. My edge control is literally unmatched, and you guys can find that also linked in the description section. So each full heart is going to be one knotless box braid, and because I want to make these kind of full, I separated out my pieces to be larger than what I would do for a medium size, and I'm going to just start feeding those pieces in and really building this braid up. Like I said, we wanted this braid to be thick, so I'm going to be adding in bigger pieces and more pieces than I typically do, just to make sure that I'm getting a nice full look for her. We're also going to be extending these, and so because they're going to be longer, obviously I'm going to be adding in pieces towards the bottom. A lot of times you guys ask me how many pieces I'm using, and I mean, it's kind of hard for me to really tell you guys because, to be honest, I go off of how the braid looks. My pieces are not always the exact same size, so sometimes I might use an extra piece or two if I feel like I need it. The most important thing is to look at your braid as you're braiding and just look how it's forming, and if you need to unravel it and remove a piece, or if you need to unravel it and add a piece, then to do so. But I feel like as an advanced braider, I don't really count how many pieces I'm putting in. I'm kind of just braiding based off the look and the feel. When you get really good at braiding, you kind of have like this touch where you can kind of feel if something is too thick, too thin, not right. And then if you don't have the touch, like I said, you guys can always look at your first braid that you did, which should be like your guide kind of starter braid. Now, working into your second row, you definitely want to still have your braids brick laid. That is going to help, like I said, execute that nice full look. So if you guys are new or a beginner to this style, I would definitely recommend pre-parting out your client's entire head. It will take you, I would say, probably like 30 minutes to do this, which is really not that long. It could take a little bit longer, but it will ensure that like each heart is gonna lay where it's supposed to lay, and that you know, your parts will still be brick laid and everything. It really is a lifesaver. And remember, guys, that a pre-part is kind of just like a rough draft. It doesn't mean that you guys can't change it as you go along. I do that a lot. I'll part out a section and I'm like, okay, wait, this one's actually a little too skinny or a little too thick. You guys can always edit it, but just to have it as a reference would be super easy. So y'all, I was actually really excited doing these because these are really the best that I have done so far. TT's hair is actually super easy for me to stitch and work with, so that does make it super easy. But also just the way that I approached doing this style and the way that I executed it was just hands down probably the best that I did out of every single time that I did this style. So I'm really excited for you guys to see the way that this turned out. Now, I do want to speak on something just as I'm going through these braids. I feel like I gave you guys a lot of information, but a lot of people have been asking me how to book like celebrity clientele, or how do I get like collabs with other YouTubers. So I just want to touch on this a little bit because I know that for a lot of people this is the goal, and I just want to tell you guys a couple things that have worked for me. I have worked with a couple big name influencers before and some people off of reality TV, and I think that just some of my insight might help you guys. So well, first off, I started working with TT because she had actually reached out to me the first time that I did her hair, which was maybe about last year. She had posted a video on her channel where she pranked me. It was really good. If you guys have not already seen it, I'll link it in the top right for you guys. But that time she actually reached out to me, just slid in my DMs and asked if I could do her hair for her. I'm actually in the Bay Area. She lives in LA, which is about a 6-hour drive, but that's not really, you know, too bad for me. It's like a 1-hour plane ride or a 6-hour drive. And at the time I was thinking about moving to LA anyway, so most of the time when I would go out there, we would kind of make it a trip and do a thing. But one of the main things you guys have to keep in mind if you are interested in working with celebrity clientele or YouTubers or stuff like that, a lot of them are located in big cities, right? I live in the Bay Area. We typically are not going to get a high traffic of celebrities coming through that area. And if we do, it's like a quick visit, they're in and out, you know what I mean? So it's really important when you're hashtagging that you hashtag bigger cities that may be around you that you would be interested in working in. So LA would be a good one. Atlanta would be a good one. Houston would be a good one. You want to think about cities, big cities that have a high traffic of celebrities just to get your work seen and get out there. You may not be in the area, but one of them may slide in your DMs and say, hey, like, are you in the blah, blah, blah area? I would love to work with you. And I believe that that's probably how a couple of the YouTubers in the LA area have found me, because I do tag LA hairstylists, LA hair, so that I will have an opportunity to reach, you know, those type of clientele. Number two, sometimes it's just as simple as sliding in their DMs. I see a lot of influencers, celebrities post on their stories, I'm looking for a braider or a hairstylist in this area. Literally swipe up and message them. That's what I did to TT the second time because I had just so happened to see her post. And since I messaged her before, I'm like, oh yeah, let me just slide again and let her know I'm available. Because my page does say on maternity leave, so she may not, you know, have known that I would be willing to do it. But make sure that when you guys are messaging them, you are, number one, messaging them professionally, and number two, message them from your actual business page and not your personal. Sometimes people are like, oh, I do hair, this is my hair page. Actually go to your hair page and message them, because people don't want to do hella work. If I have to click on a link and I have to go here and then go back and message you from this account and that account, it's just a little unprofessional. And I've talked to a couple influencers before and just asked them, like, do a lot of people reach out to you and they say like, yeah, but they have no pictures of their work, or they're not professional, or I don't even know if they're a braider or not, you know. So you want to make sure that when you are coming, you are prepared, you have a portfolio or a page that's super professional and nice, and yeah, you're just ready to work. I think that that's something that's super important. My last tip is, before you jump into trying to reach out to celebrity clientele or work with, you know, just high profile clients in general, is to understand the structure of your business and where you want to take your business, because a lot of these opportunities come as a promo option, meaning you would offer a service in exchange for promotion, and it really has to make sense for your business. Me working with TT is a super great opportunity for me because we're both in the same space. We're both YouTubers. We can share and exchange our audiences. LA is really not too far for me, so I have worked for, you know, with TT for promo purposes, because, you know, I can get to her really quick. Me flying to Atlanta to do someone's hair and paying for my own travel and, you know, doing their hair for free and dealing with just the stress of like the pressure of working for them, all for like a story post, will really not be beneficial for me and my business and where I'm at right now, for two reasons. Number one, I'm not even located anywhere near Atlanta, and number two, like, what sometimes, you know, we jump at opportunities because we're like, oh shit, like this is a great opportunity with like a celebrity. For me personally, I'm not even interested in being a celebrity stylist. Like, I love working with YouTubers because it's like, you know, these are not A-list celebrities like Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. The pressure is not as, you know, as tough. Like, obviously you always want to deliver your best work, but you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. So something like that would not be beneficial for me and my business, and I think that it's really important that we don't get lost in the moment and really understand like, how will this benefit my business. And it will help you decide if you actually want to work for promo, or if you actually want them to pay for your travel and pay for your lodging and pay for the actual styling. Sometimes you guys have to really take into account that stuff, because y'all, it's so easy to get taken advantage of when you are working with a celebrity clientele. So that would probably be my 3 tips for you guys as far as delving or diving into this industry. So this is actually going to be the last braid that I show on camera. I didn't get to film the top, y'all, because we were literally rushing to get TT out of here on time, just because she had to go vlog with her brother, and we started a little bit late. So, ooh, baby, I didn't get a chance to record the top, but this style only took me 3.5 hours, y'all. I am 33 weeks pregnant, so that is literally a fucking slay, y'all. I killed it to do this in 3.5 hours. Hope you guys love this look. If you guys do, let me know in the comment section down below by dropping hearts down there for me. I absolutely love how full and how neat and how clean these look. Thank you again, TT, for letting me slay your hair and your mom's hair for her B-Day. As always, guys, I love you so much, and I will catch you guys in my next video. What you mean you don't know Panna? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean?